Welcome to Cherry. This is Pointful, tripping over the line. I'm Joshua De Laurentiis. I'm here with my brother,
Matthew.
And another Matthew, a very special guest, the one, the only Matthew Richardson.
And after the siren, Matthew Richardson kicks his ninth goal. Oh, Richardson! That was a beauty!
Then loses it, then gets it, stands up, kicks a goal! Free goal! 5 to Richo!
Richo for 10! Yeah, he's done it! He's a superhero tonight for the Tigers!
Good to be here, lads.
Well, hello,
I
Richo.
like this. It's different concept.
I don't know how many games of darts have been played in Cherry Bar. Surely some, though. You know, there's some wild characters that come through this place.
Don't know how officially.
Yeah.
And there may have been a dartboard involved.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And that is about as wild a start as you're going to see.
Well, we'll call it a loosener. I think that's,
So what do we got to get? 501. Is that what we need to get to?
That is the target with a double.
You can tell I'm a novice at this.
Well, I mean, you just saw the darts that I just threw. They weren't particularly pretty.
Oh, being a novice so much is just enjoying the company and the game, really. I think that's why a lot of us play darts. That's why I play darts.
Very social game, yeah.
Have you been to Cherry much before, Matthew?
I don't think I have ever, and certainly not to hear Cherry.
Right, yeah. Oh, old Cherry, that's right.
Old Cherry. I may have gone there. I've heard fantastic things about it. I mean, especially in considering the live music scene. I mean, that is.
Been to a couple of gigs in my time. Richo, you been to a couple?
Yes, I have. I went to the little festival they had as well in the laneway there, ACDC Lane, one year, which was a good night.
Oh.
A few after parties back there over the years, which is good.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about this place, it's got a 24-hour license. They're not open all the time, but they could be. Yeah, that's don't mind that.
And they have been, I reckon.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, depending on how we keep throwing here, if we don't pick up the pace, we may need to extend that license.
Oh, we don't have to because it's ready to go. That is the
ready.
important thing. Speaking of live, you're looking at live music. I enjoy live music. I think we've established people enjoy live music, but I think for me, it's a lot different to sitting at home, listening. Like I enjoy listening to music, generally speaking.
Yes.
But it's certainly a different experience listening it live. Like, what do you think of it? Like, what makes it different for you?
I think it's just being in the room. I mean, you can't replicate that sound of a good band room, and good live music in there, but being there with your friends and the atmosphere and the energy you get off other people around you and meeting new people who like the same music. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. So I can sit at home like you and put a record on, but nothing beats getting to a good venue and a good gig and just being there with other people, enjoying the energy, I think. And the music, of course.
Yeah.
So I saw Tool many years ago, right?
Right.
I think it was at Rod Laver Arena or like somewhere big like that, right? Yep. But they were so perfect and the light was so dark, it was almost like all I was doing was sitting there listening to the record. Some of those bands, that takes a special talent, but I don't mind a bit more of a dingy vibe. I like a bit rough around the edges.
Yeah, I think the smaller venues you get more of the energy in a room, don't you, than a big a big arena like Rod Laver.
Yeah,
Although I've been to some good shows at Rod Laver.
Absolutely.
I went to Pearl Jam there in 1995, and we're actually front row up against the barricade. Eddie Vedder's, we can nearly touch him. And as a 20-year-old, that was something I'll never forget.
That's wild. And he used to be, he still is a great frontman, but he used to be a wild man. I've seen him like climbing up the big, climbing up on festival stages all the way up the top, the scaffolding and stuff.
Although he came from that, that early 90s era, I guess, similar age to all me and my mates. So we really got into that sort of music for a little while. And we still do, still love it now.
I've always enjoyed, for me, I've always enjoyed like the pub bands, like just this certainly there's a lot of smaller bands that come through. Like you got your major bands coming through, but also like I went and saw the Waifs. I really, like a big fan of the Waifs. They're still going.
Yeah.
Not touring as heavily as they had to at the time, but I remember seeing that as like a really special experience for me.
Yeah.
Because I'd heard a lot of buzz about them, but I didn't know them. But I think that's Like you can talk about the best concert you've ever been to, but I sometimes think about, the significant ones where like with your friends and, like you talked about hanging out with your friends and listening to good music, but are there any ones that like stick out in your mind in terms of significance rather than just greatness?
Yeah, well, I remember a friend of ours that played footy at Carlton. He got involved in the hi-fi band room down on Swanston Street down there, and a lot of bands would come through that room, and it was where they started. It was only a pretty small room, but it was a good room. You'd go downstairs, and I got to see bands like At the Drive-In down there.
Wild.
And this was when they were young and full of energy, and I've never seen a band come on stage and you're not sure what you're going to get, and then it was just like bang for 50 minutes. They didn't stop, and then we walked out of that show going, wow, what have we just seen, and then they became reasonably well known around the world, and that was one that springs to mind. And then recently, a few years ago, before they sort of really broke it big, I saw Amyl and The Sniffers up at the Tote, and that was a similar show. Like, what's going to happen here? And bang again. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are a couple that come to mind.
Amyl and The Sniffers are great. They're just they're like the why Melbourne's music scene. I think that's a great example of why Melbourne in particular.
Well,
Australia's got a great scene, but Melbourne has got something going on where a band like that can play to like packed, like medium, smallish rooms, and then really build into quite a significant band.
They started in pubs in Melbourne,
Yeah, exactly.
You certainly need venues like the Cherry, and all like the hi-fi, as you were saying, just like allowing, small, like to be honest, there's smaller bands. Like everyone's got to start somewhere. I mean, we can't all be the Eagles starting as Linda Ronstadt's backing band.
Yeah,
I mean, it's. I think that was them, wasn't it? Was the Eagles Linda Ronstadt?
I think that rings a bell.
Rings a bell.
In your playing career, Richo, did you get to many gigs then, or was this like?
I
did you have time?
Well, that's probably where I developed sort of a bit of a love for getting out and watching live music because of the pressure cooker of AFL footy. You think about it 24/7 basically. You're dreaming about it at night when you're not playing well. When you're playing well, you'd probably dream about it a bit more. So I just found on a Saturday night, back when we played mainly Friday, Saturday night, Friday or Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, go out, watch a band for a couple of hours with your mates. And it was sort of the one time of the week I didn't think about footy. And that's where I probably really developed a love for going and watching live music, yeah.
I feel like that's one of those places where you actually can get away from, because at a gig, especially if it's like a local gig, no one gives a stuff who you are. Like, as in, not in a negative way. I mean, we're all there just to share an experience of something cool. Yeah. It's not like going to the hottest club in town, you know what I mean, where it's going to be a whole different, what you probably aren't getting away from it.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I just found probably a different type of crowd that you had something in common with. So yeah, that's probably where it all started for me, getting out to live shows.
So one of the things I am finding with the live, getting out to the shows when I get the chance and enjoying the live music is one of the negative, frustrating sides of things is watching a show through someone else's phone.
Well, I guess that it comes with the age demographic a little bit. I mean, we're all probably guilty of it. I've done it myself over the years. But I went to John Spencer at the Blues Explosion up at the Nightcat a couple of weeks ago, and the crowd was my age and older, probably 50 to 60, right? And there weren't many phones coming out. So I think it's just an age profile thing, to be honest.
That's interesting.
Yeah. We're just they're in the moment and not just worrying about filming it,
This is like when we went to go see Billy Bragg.
Yep.
Like, my brother here, Matthew, had a spare ticket for me and was kind enough to let me come along to Billy Bragg. And you were right at the front, and I was like, oh no, how am I going to get down there? I was running a bit late. Anyway, it was a slightly older crowd, and everyone was just very respectful. I said, excuse me. People were like, yeah, come on through. Yeah. I was like, this is nice. Also, barely a phone in sight. So I kind of just got a quick little one about like this, and I was like, I'm not going to ruin this, then just enjoy the show.
I think some bands now, it's probably the older bands, they're actually telling people to put their phones away. Don't pull them out.
Oh, I saw a thing this was recent, like about a month ago, that Jack White got his first phone. Finally got his first phone after all these years of saying, no phones. I mean, we all caved in.
He's made a mistake, Jack.
Yeah, I think
He's made
so.
a big mistake.
Oh boy.
How are we going here?
We're getting closer.
Right.
We're counting our way down.
So you need 129 more, righto?
So he's got out here. So yeah, triple 20, 19, and bullseye.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So it could happen.
So you
here.
could get out, righto?
Yeah.
Not throwing like that though.
So he can't get out now. Is that right?
Is that a 7 or a 19?
That's a 7.
Okay.
Oh, it's a 7. Okay, still definitely can't.
The Gungnir Dartstracker. It's about 99 point something % accurate. You know,
This is amazing, by the way. This.
doesn't it make this a lot more fun?
Well, I've always wondered with darts. I mean, you watch those big events in the UK and they're punching in pints, and I'm like, how do they count at the local pub when they've had 6 to 10 pints?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because
Not that,
maybe they
not
don't.
that we're doing that.
Yeah. It's one of those looseners, though, Matthew.
Yeah, I mean,
As in, it's like the beery zone of 10-pin bowling. Yeah, but like as in, you can have 2 beers and then you start bowling like a legend. Then you get onto your 3rd beer and then maybe
Yeah,
it
there's a
starts
fine
to
line.
yeah.
but certainly those professional scorers have. I think they just see the board differently.
Yeah.
Because I every time I see it, I'm trying to work out what the
Yeah.
numbers are. They see the triple 18, they know what the triple 18 is.
Yeah.
They're seeing 54. They're not seeing
Yeah.
triple 18. What is that?
It's just programmed into them, yeah. They're big celebrities too, aren't they, in the UK?
They are. I mean,
And here.
yeah. Well, especially the Luke Littler.
Yeah,
character, hasn't he?
yeah,
He's just
yeah.
blown up in darts. Because he's bringing something fun to it. You know,
Yeah.
like it's not like the old blokes down at the
terrible
pub
miss.
anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's the rock stars of the darting world, as opposed to the rock stars of the rockstar world.
Of the rockstar world, yeah. Yeah, that's a funny one. I think it was Paul Kelly. I mean, I'm sure many people have said it before, but I saw him quoted as saying, well, footy players want to be rock stars and rock stars want to be footy players. Like, is there a little something to
Well, I
that?
think there is something in that. I mean, I've met a lot of musicians over the years that love their football and follow their football, probably none more so than Timmy Rogers. He's as passionate a North Melbourne fan, a shinboner as you'll see. And then I only just learnt recently he lived in South Australia and Sturt just won the premiership over there. And he was a Sturt fan as well, so he just celebrated their premiership. So
Oh, nice.
I have met a lot of musos that do love their footy, and I think footballers
Wild darting.
we want to live out that as well. You know, the
Yeah, as in,
opposite.
you can't do everything,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the beauty is we're in a time where you can pretty much be involved somehow in so many different.
Yeah,
Oh, absolutely. The,
Like, I mean, I don't want to bring up that Matthew's a Storm fan based on the pain that you've recently suffered.
I thought they were home.
No, so did I.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought they were home at halftime.
I was hopeful, but I wasn't. Yeah, I thought they had the best team on the park they'd had all year.
Yeah.
And I'm not the coach, so
Yeah.
I don't know. So I don't
Just
know.
a couple of mistakes. And,
Just a couple of mistakes and,
Big-
and an early injury.
Yeah.
As you know, similar to the we're talking about that the grand final this year round when an early injury.
Yeah, whoever
to a-
makes the least mistakes normally and gets a bit of luck.
Did you start getting a bit of a feeling about that on grand final day?
I just thought Geelong
I'm
looked
very,
like they had control of the game early.
Oh, you just got it. Oh, there we go.
Sorry.
Matthew.
Ooh,
Well done, mate.
thank you. I like the distraction. I didn't have to think
Yes.
too much. I just
So you needed a double, what is it, 16?
double 16 for the.
I mean, go collect your
32.
dart because it could fall
Well
out.
done.
It could fall out.
Because this is the there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And I will confirm the leg shot.
And
Matthew.
And now we do
done.
the congratulations according to official rules, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, and now
thanks to the game. Thanks to the game.
Thank
Thanks for the
you.
game.
Thank you, Matthew.
Mate, Richo, thank you so
No
much for
worries.
coming on the show, mate.
Yeah, my pleasure. I like the idea.
Yeah, pleasure to have you,
different.
Cherry, mate.
Yeah.
You know, whenever I got this dartboard set up, you just let me know if you want to throw a
Yeah,
couple
okay.
because I want to see more of those 125s again.
Now, who's up next? Another guest.
Oh yeah, we got the great James Young,
That's
who,
why I read
the
Cherry.
owner of this joint. Yeah.
I'll get it. And now I know why we're here.
Yeah. I mean, and you can see right behind you that big old bolt. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is Pointful, tripping over the line. See you next time.